go. Hey, everything on 3. Number 3. Wait on 1. Oh, wait on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, next up. Eyes on 3. Everything on 3. 1. Everything.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chaz, and we have a very special Fantasy Football Bros podcast today. We are recording remotely because of the 7 feet or so of snow that the Buffalo area got. So if everything fucks up because of this remote recording, just blame it on Adam. That's all I got to say. But with me to my virtual left, we have got the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Coleman. Jay Coleman, what's going on, homie? How are you?
Yo, what's up?
How much snow do you got? Because you're in the midst of it with me here in Lackawanna.
Like 4+ feet.
I would say, yeah, like 5 almost here in Lackawanna. We didn't get it as bad as a few places.
Yeah, I'm up in Hamburg.
You're up in Hamburg, so you probably got a little worse than
I got every inch of that 6 feet that they predicted.
So Adam got a pretty... I mean, wait, what's your name?
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Adam Van Houten's here, buried in snow. What's up, Adam?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
So we were all buried, and we all had a few snow days. I had 2 snow days, but Jay, how many snow days did you get?
I got 1.
You got 1, Adam?
I had 1 as well.
Yeah, I had 2 because I worked Friday, Saturday, and there was no getting out.
I work Friday. Well, I tried to go to work Friday. Didn't work out.
Well,
I was completely buried.
Well, thanks to... Actually, we got to give props to like the local weatherman because they did a good job. I remember them saying that the storm is going to start hitting around 7 p.m. on Thursday, and then they changed it to 8 p.m. I closed up shop at work at 7 p.m. and got home, and literally by 8 o'clock it was coming down in buckets.
Yep.
And it did not stop snowing, literally, from 7 or 8 p.m. on Thursday till about like 6 a.m. Sunday.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And
yeah, pretty much.
And then obviously all you football fans know that the Bills game got moved and was played in Detroit. None of us went.
No. I couldn't even get out of my driveway.
Yeah, especially at that point, there was no way I could get out. I got unburied today. We had to go out and buy a snowblower because we needed one anyway, so I'm happy we got that. You know, it would have been nice, though, you guys heard my complaints before, if I had my, big-ass Ram truck, but no, she's still in the shop, so. But hey, I give the Durango props. Once we snowblowed, we got right out.
Too.
Yeah, that should be totally fine in the snow.
Except it's only about 5 inches from the ground, where my truck is about 1.5 feet from the ground.
That's why I love having my Jeep.
You're a little higher than the Durango, but the truck, you know what I'm saying? The truck is ridiculously high, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
Adam, you need to put a lift on your Jeep.
I mean, my Jeep's pretty high off the ground right now.
It is pretty high. So.
It could be higher.
Probably could be.
Oh, man.
Maybe next year.
What? I'm so high right now.
Sorry, I just... Oh, my goodness. Okay, so, well, let's just get started where we always start.
How about them Bills, baby? Let's go. Hey,
Okay, so how about them Bills, yo? They went and got a big win against...
A much-needed win.
Yeah, a much-needed win against... The kind of team that everybody said would beat us. We went up against a running, stop-the-run team, and we happened to run down their fucking throats.
Yes, we did. It was really good to see our run game with our running backs actually get going and not rely on Josh Allen as much.
No, Josh Allen had a pedestrian game at best, and And
yeah, he really did.
Jay, tell me about them running backs. How did they do?
This is a great game for James Cook.
Well, for both, I mean, James Cook and Singletary both had 86 yards.
Yeah, it was nice to see Cook though.
Well, yeah, and I mentioned this in the Coffee with Chaz segment. It seems like, this is the game you needed for James Cook to be like, all right, man, maybe in a few weeks it'll be more like 1A to 1B.
Yeah, exactly.
What? I think that was the hope from the beginning.
Yes, completely.
Well,
I wanted it to be Singletary 1A and James Cook 1B for the whole year. He's a rookie. He doesn't got to be a starter, but he can make his way to close to being a starter and not re-sign Singletary next year. And now you have your chance.
I think we all know that Cook is probably going to be the starter next season.
The only problem with that is he's a smaller guy. Where I know Singletary's a smaller guy too, but Singletary's like, I don't know. He seems durable and beefy, and just Cook seems just a little more frail. But I mean, he's still a kid. What is he? 21 years old?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
So I mean, he'll definitely.
He had a great game.
He had a great game. He looked explosive. Singletary looks better and better every time I see him.
Yeah,
he's got excellent vision. He finds the hole. He hits it hard, just like me. Heyo, and he he hits the hole hard, and
there's a reason why he's single.
Singletary, that's right. And he gets about 4 or 5 yards of carry, and that's exactly what you want from your running back. And then so it's like it was like that perfect mix of like, the Giants back in the day with Ron Dane and Tiki Barber used to call it thunder and lightning. Ron Dane would pound and pound and pound, and then Tiki would hit a big one. That's kind of what happened with Singletary and Cook on Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like the way he ran. I mean, he was. I said it earlier on. I forget what episode it was. It was a while ago. How smooth he is when he runs. When he was hitting those holes and turning those corners, man, he just it looked effortless to him.
Yeah,
and
effortless.
He had some really good gains.
Yeah, and he just seems like he's getting. He seems like he's getting it. He was a rookie, but I'm going to pose this question to Jay. Jay, how useless is Isaiah McKenzie?
Very useless.
I mean, the dude's not even returning punts and kicks anymore.
Well,
no, he's not.
I mean, there's no reason for him on this team, but everyone loves him, so we got to keep him.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I'm going to tell you all you guys at home, watch out, because with the next week or two, I'm pretty sure we can get Jamison Crowder to return from IR if his ankle's healed up, and that's going to be it for Isaiah McKenzie, I think.
I don't know if I want to go there yet.
Why wouldn't you want to go there yet? Jamison Crowder has a history of being one of the better slot receivers in the league, and we're not ready to go there over a useless Isaiah McKenzie?
I don't disagree. I just don't think the Bills will do that yet.
I think they will, because he's useless. And they didn't even give him... Did he even have a reception? I know he had that failed 2-point attempt. Did he have a reception yesterday? I don't even think he did.
I don't think he did.
So
I think he had some targets, but never came down with a catch.
We had another brutal drop from Gabe Davis.
McKenzie got smoked on that 2-pointer.
No chance.
My thing about that... Why did they think that was going to work? Anytime when McKenzie goes in motion, it's just, guess who's getting the ball?
Right, exactly.
It's jet sweep.
As soon as I seen him going on motion, I had a double take, because it was one of two things. It was either going to be that jet sweep for McKenzie, or if that was Gabe Davis, it was going to be the QB lean up the middle. And I was like, oh, nope, it's there it is. And he stopped. Like, why not do that play with James Cook or do that play with Nyheim Hines?
My thing, too, is McKenzie, he just needed to make a cut and go up the field. He ran the entire sideline.
I don't know.
The thing with McKenzie is he always tries to do too much. When he does catch the ball, it's just like...
He's a tryer.
Just take it.
He's your jet sweep and your screen guy, but come on, we need to be better than that.
Yeah, on all the screens that we don't run.
Oh my God! There was one drive where the Bills ran 3 consecutive screens, and I was about to give up on fantasy football in general. 3 screens in a row. One screen to James Cook where Josh overthrew him. The next screen to James Cook where Josh underthrew him, and the next screen to Dawson Knox, and Dawson Knox ended up getting the first down.
Yeah, I went through a lot of emotions in that game.
Oh,
especially in the beginning.
If you could see the group text, folks.
Yeah. It was brutal.
And I don't even mean just ours. I mean the one that me and Jay have with our other buddies. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So Jay, you feel? Do you feel comfortable as a manager? Well, you've been doing it anyway, but do you feel more comfortable now rolling with James Cook in your starting lineup?
Yeah, probably.
Like, unfortunately for Jay, it's like his number RB2, but I think you could do a lot worse in your flex than James Cook right now. Yeah, definitely.
I would give him flex consideration.
He's got flex appeal. That's what we say.
He does.
I just
can't. You can't guarantee that it's going to be that every week.
No, but it's the same. Well, how's that any different from Gabe Davis? Gabe Davis has been pretty good the past couple weeks. I'll give him that. But when it comes to his catching ability, that's all I got to say.
He's struggled a lot this year,
and he almost blew that 2-point conversion.
I pointed this out to somebody at work today, and basically what happened is there was no pressure on Gabe Davis last year. He wasn't the number 2 in Buffalo yet. He was, just a guy that was out there trying to prove himself. And then this year, boom, he's the number 2, and he gets a case of the dropsies. Has had an underwhelming season, and I don't know. I think it was just getting thrown into that number 2 role.
He's not a number 2 receiver in this NFL, and he's a good I think he'd be a good 3rd or 4th guy, and I think he'd be a good number 2 replacement. Like if your number 2 went down, for a couple weeks and he had to come in, he'd be fine. But he's just not there for me, and I know it seems like that Odell Beckham thing is going away and going away and going away. So, not a good chance, but, I want to see some more of Shakir, and I want to see Jamison Crowder come back. I really do.
I definitely want to see more Shakir.
Again, you didn't see any of them.
Yeah, he didn't really run that many routes.
But hey,
it's kind of disappointing.
We won the game. We won the game by running down their throats and shutting down their running game, and that's what everyone says we can't do.
Yeah, it was good to see. It was definitely a good change of pace.
Now,
but
another.
Do you think a lot of that had to do with Josh Allen struggling early? And they were just like, you know what? Let's see what we can do running the ball. And it started to work, and they were like, stick with it.
Maybe so.
That's the lowest yards that we've seen Josh Allen have all season.
But it's the highest rushing yards we've seen.
Out of the entire team, yes.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying.
It goes hand
Josh
in hand.
Struggling early, does that make it... Did they go, McDermott and Dorsey go, you know what? We got to change it up. Run the ball.
So if Josh is struggling, obviously in the past few games, what is it? His elbow or is it his mind? Because hey, I'm not dunking on him for throwing red zone interception. Because guess what? He didn't finally.
Yeah,
I think it's both.
Yeah, I think it's more of a mental thing than the elbow thing. Because he threw some good balls. It's just something about him is just off.
Yo, that touchdown!
I think it's mental.
That touchdown he threw to
that looked awkward, right?
It looked weird. It looked like he had to put. It looked like when Tua launches a ball, he had to put everything into
His
it.
entire body into it.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That.
Yeah, we're not used to see Josh doing that.
Right. That's not right. It scared me. Do you know what we're talking about, Jay?
No, I didn't see it.
So if you watch a replay of it, if you can find a replay where you just see Josh actually follow through, dude, he like put everything he had into that 14-yard throw where he almost did a front flip because he had to put everything into. So I don't know if he needed to do that to generate the power, or he was just so like amped up to like break the red zone touchdown drought.
Yeah,
I think it could have been a little bit of both, but I don't know. It did. It just looked weird. He did this twisting body throw, and it was just weird.
Yeah, it was scary looking, and I was nervous for a second. But then he comes out the first drive of the second half, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, all right.
Right.
All right, he's back. So it's good to see because, you know, you need to get the run game going in the colder months. And guess what? It's cold.
Yeah, it's very cold.
So that's what you need. And that's what I'm happy to see. Another thing I want to bring up and talk before we get into our segments is, do you guys know what this song is? Do you know what that means?
no.
Diaz is coming out to save the game for the Mets.
No, that means that's the Green Ranger calling on Dragonzord. So I want to throw out rest in peace to Jason David Frank. My favorite of all the Power Rangers. I mean,
he's everybody's favorite.
Well, possibly.
He was certainly mine.
Well, we'll give a little bit of our JDF memories. So Power Rangers, as the eldest one of this crew. Power Rangers came out, 93, 94?
1993, I think.
So I was 7 in 93, and it was...
I was 4.
It was the first... It was literally must-see television for me, that whole first and second year. And, I would run home from school to put it on and watch it every week. And I don't do that, and, the Green Ranger wasn't there right away, and then he... showed up, 10 so episodes in, and my first crush was the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. Even before Topanga Lawrence, it was Kimberly. And and then it was looking back at now, I had a total man crush on Tommy Oliver, on Jason David Frank, and I had long hair growing up as a kid, and I have a Green Ranger ornament on my tree right now, and on my Christmas tree. Yes, my Christmas tree's up. Fuck all y'all who want to say shit.
Shut up.
But there's a Green Ranger ornament on there, and yeah, man, it hit me. It hit me hard. It was my favorite. He was my favorite growing up as a kid. I had all his toys and everything, and I know he's been doing the Comic-Cons and shit, and I go to those here and there, and I never had a chance to meet him, and it sucks. It sucks for that. It hit me more than I thought it would, so I just want to say rest in peace to JDF, and what are your memories of the Green Ranger, Adam?
He was always my favorite. I'm a little bit younger than you, Chaz, but I still remember Power Rangers, man. That was my show. I think I dressed up as the Red Ranger for, I don't know, 3-4 Halloweens in a row,
and Christmases too. It was a little weird,
Christmases. But I mean, yeah, dude. The thing about the Green Ranger too is he was the bad guy in the beginning.
Yep. And
then he turns into the good guy. And I always loved the Power Rangers movie. That was my biggest memory of the Power Rangers is that Power Rangers movie that came out.
That's funny because that was right about the time that I was getting out of it.
That's what I have to say about that.
And then Jay, what do you got? You got any memories of the Power Rangers or anything?
I mean, I do, but nothing specific.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't hit everybody, but the people that were into it, man, that hurt me when I heard that.
I was into the Power Rangers.
Well, you guys are the same age, right? You two, I think, just about.
Yeah,
I'm 33.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that makes sense. I just feel like for that generation, from people that are we'll say 38 to people that are 30, man, it was a big deal to all of us. So rest in peace, JDF. I heard it was a pretty sad way to go. I heard it was suicide, so that sucks. So if you guys are feeling that way, talk to somebody. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. There's all kinds of helplines, and there's always somebody out there who who is more than willing to help.
Yeah, talk to somebody. It shouldn't have to go to that. And, well, rest in peace, JDF. And we'll get on to one of our segments now, and we will start with...
Oh, man.
What?
I'm so high right now. I have no idea what's going on.
And I am so high right now. Jay, what you doing over there? What you high on, buddy?
I'm going with Zach Wilson.
Go on.
That's great.
I mean, I don't know how you can say you didn't let the defense down when you had more punts than completions.
He was very bad.
Yeah, and he straight up said no when they asked him. Like,
literally, that's all he said was no. The question was, do you feel that you let the defense down? And he said, no.
Yeah, straight up. Like, he didn't even think about it or anything. He was just
didn't
no.
hesitate, didn't even elaborate, just
No.
Hey, Zach Wilson, did you let your defense down?
No.
Okay. Zach Wilson, do you know who Elijah Moore is?
No.
Oh, okay. Zach Wilson, do you want to throw a few slant passes to Michael Carter?
No.
Oh, okay. Hey, Zach Wilson, did I see you running out of my mother's bedroom last night?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, Zach.
Are you sure?
No.
That's funny.
I don't know.
That was a tough one. That was 3-3. The entire game.
Yeah, and then right at the
and
end,
how ironic.
the stupid New England defense says, nah, brah, and just ruins it for everybody.
Little return for a touchdown there. Unreal.
You guys want to hear even something worse? The Buffalo Bills lost to Zach Wilson.
That's true. That's unfortunate. Because that guy is not good.
Jay, is Zach Wilson a bust?
No.
I don't think we know.
I think it's getting close.
According to...
It's definitely getting close.
According to the Jets organization, they're riding high.
No, I read a report today. I know that's what they said, but I read a report today that he didn't agree to Zach being the starter next week.
Yep. I heard that, and I also read that after that press conference, a lot of the players in the locker room were kind of like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not your fault?
Yeah, so here's what I have to say about it. It goes back to what I've said before. Like, QBs not taking accountability. Like, Josh Allen played like shit last week. He admitted to it. Zach Wilson plays like shit, and he's like, no, I'm good. I didn't let the defense down.
Not my fault.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right.
You're not a franchise QB, in my opinion, if you can't take accountability.
You're 100%
and that's
right.
the key. That's the key word is accountability.
Well, like we rag on Aaron Rodgers a lot, and like for being no accountability and all that stuff. But there's a difference. Aaron Rodgers is a 3-time NFL MVP, Super Bowl winner, one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He's not fucking Zach Wilson.
No.
Yeah.
So, like, Aaron can get away with shit like that, where Zach Wilson has not allowed himself any leeway like that whatsoever.
I agree.
All right, well, I'll take it up next, and for the I'm so high right now for me, it's
Feels so good.
Justin Fields. 2 times yesterday, so high, he throws one ball and it hits a defender in the head. No, whatever, it happens. But you brush it off your shoulder. Don't hurt your shoulder. Okay, you hurt your shoulder, but
too late.
Brushes it off. Goes and runs a bunch, and then there's this play, and I'm not even exaggerating. He steps back in the pocket. He's, bouncing, looking. He launches back as hard as he can to throw the ball down the middle of the field, and he hits his fucking center in the head so hard with nobody around this guy. The center wasn't even engaged. Maybe it was the guard. Wasn't even engaged with anybody. So hard that if you watch the center's face and reactions, it looked like he got hit by a sniper. He, ducked and turned around like, what the fuck was that? It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in the NFL. I don't even know how that could happen because Justin Fields is a big guy. It's not like he's short trying to throw over these dudes. He was only about 3 feet away from this guy. It must have hit him about 50 miles an hour with this football.
Well, we all know he can't throw.
Oh, he's horrendous at throwing the football. But, did you guys see the play that I'm talking about?
I saw it.
Am I exaggerating whatsoever, Adam?
Oh no, it was pretty bad. I went back and looked at it because I was just like, "Is this even possible?" Yeah, no, he rifled it at him.
There was he wasn't even engaged blocking anybody because there was nobody around him.
Yeah,
it was absurd. He's not a good thrower of football. He is a fantastic runner of the football, but now he's hurt. But he hurt his shoulder.
Right. So I guess we'll see how much that really affects his game. He's just going to run more.
I mean, I've said it for the longest time. I mean, we made that trade for him. I said, I'm going to enjoy these 2 good weeks, and then it's probably going to be touch and go between Fields and Aaron Rodgers, and I'm holding to that. So,
well, good thing you didn't start Aaron Rodgers this week.
He was fine. He had 20-something points. Fields had 26. Yeah. Fields didn't have his major game. Rodgers played okay, but he still kind of sucks.
Yeah, he's been not good.
Well, Adam, what are you getting high on?
I'm getting high on Packers fans calling for Jordan Love to come in. And as much as we rag on Aaron Rodgers, if you really, really think that Jordan Love is your best chance to win games, you are higher than high. I still think Aaron Rodgers is your best chance to win football games. So cut the shit and get out of here with this notion of bench Rodgers. But first of all, you don't bench a guy making $50 million a year.
Unlimited.
I'm not even getting high on him this week. Jesus. That's crazy. But all these Packers fans out there, and I'm friends with a lot of, not friends, but I follow a lot on social media. They're super cool people. But there's just Packer fans are calling for Jordan Love, and I just don't understand it. Aaron Rodgers still gives you the best chance to win.
Yes.
Crybaby or not.
But, this was your first-round pick in 2020. We're about to be in the 2023 season. So, I
know.
Is this guy just going to be, never going to get his chance? And he's probably going to be up for free agency next year.
Here's the thing. I don't think that they expected Aaron Rodgers to be around anymore. I think they kind of expected him to retire.
Are you watching this?
I don't know. I just don't think it's time for him. I don't think it ever will be.
Well, apparently not. You got to remember, he was drafted the same year of Joe Burrow. So
no.
It
doesn't matter.
Was it even earlier? Was it 2 his year? Either way, wait, that's the same year. Never mind. So yes, it was 2 his year.
In case you guys were wondering, Deebo Samuel just ran for 40 yards.
Well, I was actually, people are going to be hearing this obviously, after the fact, but I was just looking up some stats because I'm not watching the game because I got too much going on here. But right now, after all my ranting last week, apparently Kyle Shanahan listened to me because Elijah Mitchell has 4 rushing attempts in the first half, a little more, and Christian McCaffrey has 6 rushing attempts, but 5 receptions. But it's the same. It's just about the same amount. Come on.
Yeah, he was just in for that last drive, and then they just ran it with Deebo. So
Well, that's probably the better option than Elijah Mitchell.
Probably.
Well, Elijah Mitchell's not terrible, but I don't know. I'm just
It was a 40-yard run, so.
Yeah, I like Debo. He's been kind of having a quiet year, too.
He kind of has. I know this for a fact because he's on my team.
That's true. All right, guys.
I beat the hell out of Cousins to Jefferson this week.
Well, good. And I beat the hell out of, well, it's not over yet, but Jay's brother. Jay, how did you do this week?
Not good.
So did you guys see the cock block move I did? In my game? I'm guessing not.
No.
Adam, no? You didn't see my cock block?
I have no idea.
Okay, so... And if I'm wrong, if you guys say I'm wrong for this, I'm wrong for this, but I think it's fair game. So I'm playing Jay's brother, and I pretty much blowing him out. Not blowing him out, but like I have scored right now. I have 143 with Christian McCaffrey still, and he's got 97. So pretty much blowing him out. But going in, he has Kyler Murray as in his starting lineup. And
did you pick up Colt McCoy?
I picked up Colt McCoy.
Oh, you're such a whore.
Is that wrong?
Such a dick.
That's a huge.
Yeah.
That's a dick move.
Oh, well, this is tooth and nail fighting, but at the same time, it would
strategy and strategic.
Colt McCoy would need.
Give him a chance.
Colt McCoy would need.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Colt McCoy would need about 58 points to beat me.
Anything's possible,
but
at least give him a chance.
He had all week to pick him up.
I mean, that's true.
I picked him up this morning.
Listen, I'm all in favor for fantasy managers being fantasy managers, okay? If you want to play fantasy football, pay attention, do your research, do what you got to do to be the best you can, right? You're right. All week, it's Monday Night Football. It's literally the last game of the week. If you have an inkling that your starting quarterback is going to be out, pick up his backup.
Yeah.
So, is it a dick move? Sure, but it's strategy.
I don't think it's a dick move because
the only reason why I think it's a dick move is because there's no way that Colt McCoy would have helped him win.
Well, this is why I don't think it's a dick move, because if there's a running back in flux and somebody picks up the second string running back or the second string receivers, no one's going to say a word.
Well, it's the same thing though. I would think it's a dick move if it's game day. You know, a lot of people drafted Tony Pollard, Alexander Madison, guys like that. But I don't know. Like I said, I think it's a dick move only because there's no chance that he would have got that many points.
I don't think it's a dick move.
I would have given him a chance.
What I think is a dick move is I remember in one league, and this is a dick move, and I wouldn't stand for something like this. I remember in one league, I want to say it was a kicker. Some guy's kicker had an injury, and he didn't change it. So what somebody did is they went in and it was free waivers. They picked up every kicker and released every kicker, so therefore every kicker was on waivers.
Okay, that is a dick move.
That's a dick move. That's 100% a dick move.
That would never be allowed. Should never be allowed.
Yeah, and that shouldn't be allowed. I agree, but I don't think what I did is considered like illegal or something like that.
No, I don't think it's illegal.
Where that other move is illegal. So
definitely,
I don't know. Why am I a dick, Jay?
I know Yahoo prevents that from happening. If you pick somebody up, if you hold them for 24 hours, then they go on waivers.
Oh, okay.
If you pick up and release them, they're still available to be picked up free agent wise.
Oh, okay. Well, that's smart.
Yeah, so I think that's like something built in that Yahoo did.
But why do you think I'm a dick, Jay?
You just are.
That's the most honest answer we've heard all day. Well, boys, gas up your cars.
Time for a victory lap.
I'm going to start this one. I'm taking a victory lap, not for myself, for a player that I do possess. But the victory lap is going to be on Cordarrelle Patterson for breaking the NFL record for most kickoff return touchdowns of all time with 9. On 106 or something kickoff return touchdown at the age of like 33. This man burnt by everybody. Just straight down the field, burnt by everybody. Cordell Patterson, you are the NFL's all-time leading kickoff returner. I always say it. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL, so it was very happy to see that. And I didn't even know this was a thing. I got the points for that touchdown, not the yards, but I got his points for the touchdown. So
yeah, I think that's also built into Yahoo in their standard scoring. You won't get the return yards, but you'll get the touchdown.
So now, here's what I don't know, but then if I got the 6 from Cordell Patterson, does the defense get the 6 too? So that's cool. So I could have got a double touchdown if
you would have started the Falcons defense special teams. It would have counted for both.
Now
Cordell Patterson would have got the 6 and the defensive special.
Now the craziest thing about it is that never enters my mind, and it shouldn't, because not many major players are kickoff returners anymore. But neither is Cordell Patterson. He's not their kickoff returner, so I was surprised to see him back there.
A lot of the times it's a defensive player too. So very rarely do you get an offensive player that is returning kicks. Yeah,
so I was very happy to see that for him as one of my favorite players of all time. And that's awesome. So take your victory lap, Cordell Patterson. Jay, did you see the kickoff return?
Yeah, I did.
Dude, that dude still got some jets, huh?
Yeah, he does.
He definitely outran the entire defense.
He split those two guys at the end of it.
Yep.
Especially for his old ass.
I know, he's an old ass man. He's like your age.
It was a great run.
Love him. And he ended up almost getting a rushing touchdown in the same game. He got stopped on like the 3-yard line. So Cordell Patterson, congratulations. Adam, what is your victory lap?
My victory lap ties in with Jay's I'm So High about Zach Wilson. My victory lap goes out to the quarterbacks that take accountability for their shitty performances.
No.
We've been saying it for weeks. Josh Allen does this all the time. He puts the team on his back. He goes out there in press conferences and yeah, you know what? I played like shit. And a lot of other quarterbacks do that too. Except for, Aaron Rodgers and Zach Wilson. So my victory lap goes out to them. The quarterback is the guy who touches the ball on every play. He's your leader of your team. 9 times out of 10, he's your captain. They don't do 4 hours worth of yoga on a plane. But my victory lap goes out to those guys. All those quarterbacks that will always, always, always take accountability for their performance on the field.
You're right. It's called leadership.
Yep, exactly.
Even when it's not really their fault, they'll still take accountability.
Yeah. Yep, and that's what being a leader is.
Yeah. I mean, as much as people want to hear it,
Kermit the Frog here.
He's the same way.
Yep, sure is.
I've heard him say that a million times. Well, not a million, because he rarely plays bad. But another monster performance from
Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, I would know.
All right, Jay, what are you all gassed up about? What's your victory lap?
My victory lap is Najee Harris finally showing up to a football game.
Is he still on your bench?
No, he's in my starting lineup.
Nice.
27 points.
I know.
I just traded Najee Harris in one of my leagues.
I would like to acquire him, Jay, if you're getting rid of him.
Well, he's back.
27.
Yeah.
He's back, baby.
Yeah, he's back.
I'm back. No.
So tell me what you guys think about this trade. In one of my leagues, I had an abundance of wide receivers, and I kind of still do. It didn't really help my cause. I had Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, and DeAndre Hopkins.
That's an abundance.
I traded Stephon Diggs and Najee Harris to acquire Alvin Kamara and Amari Cooper.
Nah, I don't like it.
Well, I did it.
I don't like that at all. I would rather have both of the players you gave away. I would rather have Najee than Kamara. Kamara's been garbage. Kamara has one good game on the year.
That's okay. So does Najee Harris.
Sure.
His last week.
But so if your guys
Kamara has like 2 good games.
Okay, but if you're gonna guys
okay.
put them as almost equals, you downgraded heavily from Diggs to Cooper.
not this week.
Okay, not this week because they played the shitty Bills defense.
Not last week. Amari Cooper had 2 touchdowns last week, too.
I don't know. I don't buy it. I think Amari Cooper's the most overrated wide receiver in the NFL. So,
Jacoby Brissett loves him.
And he's done after this week.
We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
I needed a better running back.
You didn't get one.
How are you going to sit there and tell me Najee Harris is better than Alvin Kamara?
Have you watched the Saints play? It looks like the whole team is stuck in the mud. And actually, they played a good game this week. And Kamara
Have you watched the Steelers play?
But you're right. So they're almost even. I don't think you got a better running back in the situation. I think you got somebody an equal. Okay, and if it's maybe a step better, but not with the way the Saints are using them, they do not throw him the ball anymore, and it just seems like, and this is frustration for me because I have him in 2 other leagues. So you're talking to somebody that has him and like feels his pain. And I'll tell you right now, the 2 leagues that I have Alvin Kamara as my number 2 running back or number 1 running back in the one and number 2 in the other, I have a total of like 5 wins between both teams. So like, he's a heartbreaker. You're going to regret it. I don't know. Jay has both running backs in the other league. Those are Jay's 2 running backs. And they're really not that far apart. Am I wrong? I mean,
not really.
Yeah. Kamara's points.
I still think Kamara's better.
But by a long shot, I don't know. It's like if I had Kamara and somebody offered me Najee, would I make the trade? I would consider it just for the upside. Where I'm not seeing much more upside in Kamara anymore.
I see plenty of upside in Kamara.
I don't know. Not with that offense.
That offense needs him to roll.
That team is in a fucking shit show, man. That team is a shit show. But they won. They're coming off a win, right? Didn't they win?
I don't know if they did.
I think they won, and Andy Dalton was slinging it, but not to Kamara. He was slinging it to Olave.
Yeah, he spread the ball around.
And Juwan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson's he's a strange one.
He's got 3 games in a row with a TD.
3 games in a row with a touchdown. Not many yards, but he's still there.
I don't know. You asked my opinion on that trade, and I gave it to you. I
didn't ask your opinion. I was just telling you the trade.
I feel like you said, "What do you guys think about this?" I don't know. I feel like you stepped up maybe slightly at running back, and you had a big downgrade at receiver. But we'll see.
Well, we'll see how it pays off. I won this week. I didn't lose my matchup, so. And hey, if I would have, it definitely wouldn't have been from Kamara. It would have been from Kirk Cousins getting me 2 points.
And who knows if Josh Allen is broken, like we hope he's not, maybe Diggs is not going to play well. But Diggs has been pretty solid every game, so
yeah, we'll see.
Did everybody have their victory laps? Did you do it yet, Jay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, you just did it too.
I went last.
Okay, well let's move on to Jay's favorite segment of.
Instead of Xavier goes down the middle. Slam dunk.
Get dunked on, bro.
And Adam, who are we dunking on?
I have to dunk on Bills fans again, man. Every single week with this shit.
Oh boy.
These guys, Bills fans are just so on and off. We love this team. We hate this team. We love this team. We hate this team. Make up your fucking minds. Stop getting into this narrative that, same old Bills. Yes, we've gone through some struggles. Guess what? We struggled the same stretch of games last year. Same stretch. I believe last week was when we lost to the Jaguars.
That was horrific. We don't speak of that.
Exactly.
Urban Meyer's only win.
I see all these Bills fans going, get rid of Dorsey, get rid of McDermott. Well, this team sucks and blah, blah, blah. They just relax. Chill out. And let us do our thing.
I'm not far from getting rid of Dorsey, but...
I'm not either. Listen, I'm not saying he's had some outstanding play calling, okay? Because the past few games he has not. But we're also not executing that play calling. And that's the thing that the coach gets the most rap about, is he calls a play, it doesn't look right, and it's immediately the coach's fault for calling that play. Don't get me wrong. Last week was terrible because that QB sneak on the 1 yard line was awful. And worst case scenario happened. But it comes down to the players playing and executing the plays that are called. So I don't like that, people are like, oh, he's not calling great plays.
He's not.
Maybe he is, but it just looks bad because it didn't work.
What I think is crazier is fans calling for Dorsey to be fired, but silent on fucking Leslie Frazier.
Oh, I haven't been silent.
I know you haven't, but I've seen way more people shit on Dorsey, and it's like,
yeah,
are you guys watching this fucking defense?
I mean, they haven't been great. We're also missing a lot of starters.
Yeah, the defense only gets a break because they're missing a lot of people, but it's not about the personnel. It's about the lack of changing. He just never adjusts and never changes. And he didn't this past week. I mean, Mari Cooper's tearing us up, and we're stopping the run great, and we're ahead. So maybe we should switch things up and start stopping the pass, right? Nah. Nope. You're letting Amari Cooper tear us up. Maybe shade some coverage over to him and not worry about Nick Chubb so much when they're down by 20 points?
No.
Okay, Leslie Frazier.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I'm not defending Dorsey at all, but I'm also not going to rip him apart for our terrible play on offense the last couple games that hasn't executed the plays called.
It's also his first year.
Hey,
so.
Listen, don't get me wrong. That 2-point conversion and that jet sweep with Isaiah, terrible play call. Okay? But McKenzie could have done a better job. So it goes both ways.
In life.
It's true. So I'm dunking on Bills fans. Just make up your minds. You love them, you hate them.
Nah, bruh.
You can't be in between.
There's just great.
That's how all Bills fans are.
I know. That's what I'm dunking on.
It sounds like you're taking shots at Rico, Jay.
No.
Rico all day. I'm calling you out, Rico. Just shits on the Bills during the game. And then at the end, he's always like, guys, remember, it's just a game. Don't get carried away.
Yeah, those people can't stand me.
That's okay. Rico fucking dunked on me in our other league. Fucking Rico
he did. He comes in.
Fucking comes in with Devontae Adams and Tony Pollard this week. I'm like, you motherfucker. Rico dunked on me, and he deserves it. He deserves a little bit of victory lap, Rico. Son of a bitch.
All right, there's my get dunked on. Who's next?
Jay, what you dunking on?
I'm dunking on the Vikings.
Oh.
Hey.
You're so bad that CBS pulls your game.
And Kirk Cousins got benched.
And Kirk got benched.
Yes,
No
he did.
for him.
Yes, he did. Do you think he was wearing chains on the...
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
They took him away.
That whole team was garbage. I mean, Dalvin Cook didn't have a good game. Where was...
Double J here again.
No, Double J was not here again.
Double J here again.
No.
No.
Yeah, their whole team just garbage.
What was the score? 40-3?
40-3.
Yeah.
Oh,
bruh.
I debated on my victory lap on Tony Pollard. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness is right. Hey,
what a game.
Credit to where it's due.
Better than Zeke.
And Samaje Perine was better than Mixon. Well, Mixon got hurt.
And Mixon got hurt.
But even before Mixon got hurt, Perine was killing it.
He was. He absolutely was. Country music superstar Eric Van Houten had him in his lineup. Didn't matter though.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's country music superstar Eric Van Houten, and
I'll be going to visit him this week.
Going to Nashville.
Yes, sir.
He's going to Nashville.
I don't know how to make sausage. I don't know what goes into sausage.
But he's... I don't know why. I just wanted to hear that one. What about the Colts, by the way?
Ugh.
Right? They almost beat Philly.
They played them tough.
They played them tough.
Eagles are frauds.
Matt Ryan came in saying, "I'm back," and then the Eagles said,
No.
Can you tell me what my new favorite sound drop is?
Oh man,
Yes.
that's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's a good sound drop. All right, you ready for my dunk?
Yes.
Adam, what do you think it's going to be? You know what I'm fired up on.
Is it still the Bengals?
It's on Bumbles.
Oh, Jamal Williams.
Fucking Bumbles, Jamal
That's right,
Williams.
you mentioned that on your coffee with Chad.
Oh, I'm so over this fucking Detroit
The
Lions
best running
backfield.
back in the league.
Yeah, the best
Literally
running back in the league. Yep.
Leads the league in touchdown.
Oh, yeah, great. Fantastic.
With like 600 yards rushing.
Fantastic. The dude, like,
DeAndre
anytime.
Swift too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so stupid. Bumbles gets to, like, the 2-3 yard line and somehow just finds his way in the end zone. He's not juking people. He's not running over people. He's not stiff arming people. He runs into his fucking lineman, falls over the right side, and gets into the end zone all the time. You'll see a play where Amon-Ra St. Brown gets to the 1 yard line, or DeAndre Swift makes a big run and gets stopped at the 3, and here comes Bumbles. Bum, 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 bum. And just he's done, and he gets the touchdown. You want to talk about a fraud, Adam? That guy is fool's gold. Like fantasy football, I get it. He's getting you the points. Great.
I don't know. He's the best running back in the league.
He's not. Yeah, I guess so. If touchdowns matters, Jesus Christ. He's just so uninspiring of a player, and not only the fact. And not only the fact that like he's doing what he's doing, the fact that the Lions are throwing Justin Jackson out there, it has more carries than DeAndre Swift, but then DeAndre Swift still in his like minimal carries for like the third week in a row gets a fucking touchdown.
Yeah, he ended up with that touchdown late.
It's absurd. I don't understand, and I cannot wrap my head around how he's not using him. And then all of a sudden, you know, he'll make a big play, and then you hear.
Stop it! Cut it out!
There he comes. There comes Bumbles in to fall in the end zone and get the touchdown. Like, fuck. I said this before. DeAndre Swift got hurt. He was fantastic. He got hurt last year on Thanksgiving, and then his season was kind of derailed. Hopefully, this Thanksgiving there's a change because the Bills are going to crush them so hard that he has to catch a lot of passes. But I can't believe it. I'm so shocked in this Jamal Williams situation.
Yeah, it's a tough one, especially for where DeAndre Swift was being drafted. And where Jamal Williams was being drafted. It's just mind-blowing that they're just like, yeah, here you go.
Mind-boggling, isn't it?
Run for 80 yards to the 1 yard line. We'll just put Williams in.
Yeah, it's absurd. And I know Jay's trying to dunk on me for the DeAndre Swift take, but hey, I guess I fucking deserve it because I thought talent would win out.
You thought wrong.
That's like, you know what that's like, guys? We didn't even mention this. Melvin Gordon cut by the Broncos. That's like if the Bills sign Melvin Gordon tomorrow and give him all the work and not James Cook. How would you feel about that, Jay?
I mean, didn't Denver do that? They signed Latavius Murray and he immediately got every carry?
Yeah, like that's if the Bills do that tomorrow.
And he's not really any better than Melvin Gordon.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Latavius Murray?
Yeah.
No, I think Melvin Gordon's better, but like what I'm saying is like for Jamal Williams to be getting all this work, this backup second string running back that's always been second string on a new team over a very young, dynamic, awesome running back is the same caliber as if the Bills are to bring in Melvin Gordon right now and to bury James Cook after that.
Yeah, I agree.
It's so dumb.
My point was that I don't see why they cut Melvin Gordon because Latavius Murray isn't better.
Well, and here you're right. And here's another thing: Latavius Murray isn't better, and they just traded for Chase Edmonds, who went on IR today.
Yeah, and Murray's older than Melvin Gordon
by a few years. He's probably. I think Gordon's 29. Murray's probably like 33.
Yeah, he's like 32.
Okay, so like it's a lot older.
But their stats are like pretty similar, so I don't see what they're doing.
Well, the problem is Gordon's been putting the ball on the ground.
That was the big issue. Yeah. Again, yesterday, I don't know if you saw, but he fumbled on the goal line again.
Yep.
and that's what got him waived.
And I get it, and that's a coach fighting for his job too, because it's not the coach's fault.
A shitty coach.
Is it the shitty coach or is it the shitty organization?
Limited.
Latavius Murray is 32, and Melvin Gordon is 29.
Yeah.
So they're not that far off.
I mean, that's a big difference. That's 3 years, like in running back
For
years.
running backs, yeah. In running back years. Sure. There's a meme going around. I don't know if you guys follow RG3 on Twitter, but he's fantastic.
Most of the time, yes.
Sometimes. But he put out a meme it was Melvin Gordon sitting on the bench, and he said, caption this. Reading some of those comments was hilarious. And one that stuck out to me was, he's probably thinking, I should have stayed in San Diego.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you guys. Jay, where do you think Melvin Gordon's going to end up?
I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to end up on a contender.
I'm going with the Ravens.
That's a good spot for him for sure. I think he might end up back in San Diego.
LA.
Or sorry, yeah, LA. Well,
I don't think he'll go back to LA.
Why? They need they're struggling to find a backup.
Didn't they draft Isaiah Spiller?
Yeah, and then they knocked him down to third string and signed Sony Michel and
yeah, but Isaiah Spiller, he backed up Eckler all game yesterday.
Right, but if they have a chance to bring Gordon back, I think they might do it. I mean, I don't think the Bills.
I think that ship has sailed. He held out for. Don't forget. So I don't think they have a soft spot in their heart for Melvin Gordon, and they're just going to be like, "Come here, little fella."
Fine.
Hey there, little fella.
I think if the Bills didn't have Hines, it could be a possibility.
Well, I don't want to rule out the Bills just for the simple fact that the Bills have been interested in Melvin Gordon twice. When Melvin Gordon was originally a free agent, I think 3 seasons ago, they were interested in him. And then they showed interest into him before he re-signed this year.
Yeah, but what do you pay a guy you get off waivers?
You only have to pay him a minimum if you only sign him for the rest of the year.
That's true.
And it's prorated.
There's no room, you're right. But the thing is we've been saying the whole year, he's the kind of back you need. He's a bigger, more durable back.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. But I also don't think that the Bills are going to look at this guy and go, yeah, we can get past his fumble issues.
Well, true. But, coaches sometimes think they can change that. We've been saying we need a guy like Melvin Gordon all year. Now we're coming off a good game from James Cook and Devin Singletary, so we're feeling different. You asked us this question last week, we'd be all about it. Because here's the thing. Right. I don't think they consider Nyheim Hines as one of their running backs. I just think he's our punt returner now.
It's looking that way.
So,
that sucks.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, then why not bring in Melvin Gordon for cheap? Beat him up. He's 29, run him into the ground. Who knows? I'm not asking for it. Frankly, I think he'll end up somewhere like the Jets, honestly.
I didn't think about that.
They lost, they lost their running back at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So, did you give an answer, Jay, where you think he's going to
go? I said I didn't think he's going to go to a contender.
And also, here's a scary thought. Maybe not so scary. Don't be surprised if he goes to KC.
Staying. I think they're really high on Pacheco. Maybe they're gonna. I mean, they've watched Melvin Gordon their whole career. He's been in their division his entire whole career. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
They do that. They ran out and signed Shady McCoy. The free agent. They always bring in a free agent name. Yeah. Le'Veon Bell. That's the other one.
Yeah, I mean that's always a possibility. I feel like it's the Chiefs and the Ravens always just sign free agents.
Well, and the Broncos.
Well, yeah, and the Broncos.
You know what sucks
and
about
then start them.
You know what sucks about you guys not being here? We didn't get any appearance of
pickles. All my pickles.
Oh. She's probably sad. She misses Jay.
Yeah, she's just
probably.
She's sitting on the couch. She's not sitting on her throne.
See? Is she sitting where Jay normally is?
No, she's on the couch. She's had a rough few days because usually I'm not home this month. So she's like, "Are you ever gonna leave?"
She's plotting her death as we speak.
She is. She's like, "You usually aren't sitting in my chair or laying in my bed this long. What is going on?"
Right.
So, all right. Well, Jay, what are your big Thanksgiving plans? You got anything cool going on?
No, just having dinner with the family.
Dinner with the family, nice. I invited you to breakfast. Hopefully, you guys can make it. you got to let me know ASAP. I invited Adam for breakfast too. You know, everyone does their. I have my family over for dinner and stuff, but I'm inviting some of my friends and family over for breakfast. So if any of my friends and family are listening to this and want to come and get a free breakfast,
I do appreciate
hit your boy up. But Adam, you're going to be in a different state.
I'm going to be in Nashville, going to visit country music superstar Eric Van Houten.
And fantastic fantasy football player.
And he's so good at it. Yeah. It is also his 30th birthday.
Oh, that's right. The big three.
So
does he want you saying that?
The big 3-0.
He doesn't want you telling people that.
What's that?
That he's 30 now.
Oh, yeah, he does. I think he's looking forward to it.
He don't look a day over 30. What are you talking about?
No, not yet. I told him to be careful on his hangovers, though, because they hit differently after 30.
They most certainly do. So, update. Christian McCaffrey, still 6 rushing attempts. And Russell, oh my God. Elijah Mitchell has 7 rushing attempts. So 3 quarters in, 1 more rushing attempt than Christian McCaffrey. But McCaffrey has a whole bunch of catches and's got like 15 points already. So
yeah. I really don't know how they're going to handle that backfield. But I said it last week. They're a committee team. That's how they run their backfield. Yes, McCaffrey's better. We all know it. But
you know what?
It's just going to be a split from here on out.
But if you think about it, he's got 6 carries. He's got about 15 points right now. This could help keep him healthy.
True.
Right? I mean, that's what you need from Christian McCaffrey. All right, so in honor of the big Thanksgiving holiday, I've got a special song picked out. Now, you might think I'd be picking out a song from the Trinity of Terror tour that I'm going to see tonight when this comes out with Motionless in White, Ice Nine Kills, and Black Veil Brides. You would think I'd be picking a song from that. But no. We are going to go with Adam Sandler and the Thanksgiving song.
Nice.
So you guys out there, if you're getting unburied from the snow, like be safe, don't hurt yourself, don't have heart attacks. We've already lost like 3 people in the Buffalo area from shoveling too much. And we don't need that any more of that. So enjoy your Thanksgiving. Do not talk politics at the kitchen table. Talk about the snow and talk about the Bills. Don't go politicking.
Thanksgiving game this Thursday.
Bills Thanksgiving game, 12:30. 12:30, not 1. Don't be silly. And make sure you guys get your trades, your lineup set, and check your trade deadline. A lot of trade deadlines ended this past week for fantasy football. But ours, I think, or maybe my main league one, is this upcoming week. I always let it go as late as possible because why not?
Yeah, I have one league most of mine are done, but I have one that's done Wednesday. So that's the last day you can make trades.
Yeah, so it's probably done or it's coming up this week. So
right.
Jay, happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem. You too.
Adam, be safe on your trip and say hello to country music superstar Eric Van Houten for me.
I will do that. I will send him your best.
Thank you very much, and happy Thanksgiving to you boys and both y'all families, and we will see you next time on the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. Peace.
Bye. Later, guys.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast.